Yo, what's going on, beautiful people? I don't know, I'm trying to turn air down, all these sounds down. But anyway, it's Terrell Hall of Fame, D-Line, and unfortunately, Cleveland Browns. I knew we was in trouble today early, but I got a request. I got several requests for this. You know, y'all know I love fighting, I love boxing. They wanted my review on the Charlo Canelo Alvarez fight last night. And I tell you what, that was Jermell, not Jamal. But it was sort of what I figured it would be. Jermell has always been a very, let's say, disciplined fighter, a lot different than his brother, which they're both good fighters. His brother is undefeated. But yeah, he's always been very, very disciplined. And when I heard that he was taking this fight, I felt like it was somewhat of a sacrificial lamb because it is incredibly difficult. Now, when I say incredibly difficult, I mean incredibly difficult to, in a 90-day span or whatever, move up 2 weight classes. A lot of people underestimate this, and I'm going to tell you why. As I always do, I'll use myself as an example. Typically, I walk around the streets at about 226 to 230 pounds, depending on if I eat cheesecake that day. Well, I could easily cut weight and make weight at 205. I mean, not easily, it would be a mission, but I could do it. I've done it before, you know. But the problem is, say for instance, if I was 190 pounds, right? If I was 190 pounds and I'm moving up to a 205, that means that's muscle weight that's there. That means, you know, I'm going to eat heavier. I'm going to be that. And although I may weigh a normal 205 when I'm walking the streets, it's not my fight weight. So it's a different weight because you're in 2 different classes. The man that you're fighting is a natural 15 pound, 14 pound, maybe 10 pound difference in actual grown man muscle. That's a difference. You might not think that 10 to 15 pounds of grown man muscle is a huge difference, but it is when you get in the ring. The power difference in those weight classes, if you say, for instance, going from 154 to 174, doesn't sound like a huge gap, but it's a huge gap in power. It's a huge gap. And the way the punches feel, you know, it's a huge difference in the way that your punches would feel to you and the devastation that you could cause or the lack of devastation. Well, all that being said, I didn't think that Charlo had a huge chance. A very, very talented fighter. I think he's unfairly today getting bashed and people are, you know, saying what they want to say. But the truth of the matter is I felt like that maybe he could have let his hands go a little more later in the rounds and different things like that. But being in there and understanding the type of pressure that he was under, you know what I mean? He fought a fight that is acceptable. He actually outpunched Canelo as far as thrown punches. His connection rate was a lot lower. But the thing of it is that, man, you can see at points in that fight that Charlo hit Canelo with solid punches and nothing happened. It's easy for us to sit at home on the couch and talk about what we would have done, but I'm telling you like this, if you're a puncher and the first time that you're used to putting people to sleep with these punches, you're used to a guy at least being hurt with these punches. And when you get hit with these when you throw these punches and you hit a guy and he's still there and nothing happens, it can mess with your psyche. It can change the way that you think about the fight. It can change the way that you think about your offense. And then you're feeling his power and it's a lot heavier than you've ever felt because you've never fought at this class. It's a lot of different psychological things that go into that fight. And I'm sure as Jermell looks at the film and looks back at it, you know, he's going to be like, damn, I missed some opportunities. But at the same time, you know, I commend Jermell for going after it and trying to be great, because anybody that you will talk to who's realistic and not trying to put on a show to say that they, you know, oh yeah, you do whatever you gotta do in the ring, all that bullshit. Moving up 2 weight classes is huge. You know, it's really, really huge. That 14 pounds is a huge difference. You know what I mean? It's a huge difference in strength, endurance, and a lot of different things. And Canelo is very, very comfortable at that weight. Jermell was not going to cut that gap down in a 90-day span. It just wasn't going to happen. Like I told you, you know, if you find me a guy who walks the street at a normal 200 pounds and he has to come and try to have a fight with me, even at my old age, I'm very, very comfortable that his power is not going to measure up. You know what I mean? If I get to stay comfortable at this weight and he gets to, you know, he gets those couple months to do that and we're both training, my power is going to be devastating to him. The first time that he feels what it's like to get hit by a true heavyweight at almost 230 pounds when he's used to guys at closer to 200 pounds, it's going to feel a lot different to him. And I'm going to be very, very comfortable, and I'm used to a heavier punch. So when he hits me with his power, more than likely it's not going to feel the same. I'm going to be very comfortable with that, and I can go ahead and use my skill level. Canelo's skill level is undeniable. It always has been, and he looked very, very crisp, more crisp than he has in his previous 2 fights. So honestly, you know, great job to Canelo Alvarez, one of the greatest fighters of all time. When it's said and done, he'll be ranked, you know, very, very highly. And shout out to Jermell Charlo for going for destiny, man. He took a gamble. This was a fight that a lot of people said that he shouldn't try. He tried it, and you know, he failed, but sometimes our failures can't be just measured in win or loss. You know, he did something, and that he took a chance on himself. He made a lot of money, but he took a chance in a fight that, for most boxing enthusiasts and people who know the sport, he was heavily counted out. And, you know, he took his shot, man. So I got much love and respect for Jermell. Hopefully his brother gets his shit together, because he was the one who was a better fight for this, because he's a naturally bigger fighter that could have matched up a lot better with Canelo as far as power and and normal structure and the way the fight goes. I think, you know, Jermall was a better fight, but unfortunately, he's not doing the things he needs to do to take care of himself, and who knows if we'll ever see him again. And that's sad, man, because, you know, those twins are talented, but the most talented brother didn't fight last night. And that's unfortunate for boxing fans, and, you know, it's unfortunate for the Charlo family. But Canelo is back, you know, after losing his last fight. He's back. He looked good. He looked crisp. I liked how controlled he was. He wasn't wild. His movement was good. His accuracy was good. His punches were loud and effective. You know what I mean? Shout out to him, and hopefully he can make another blockbuster fight before he gets too old. But until next time, y'all, I thank y'all for Boxing Corner over here. Much love. God bless. Peace.